What is going on, YouTube? Quilt the Statue back today with another Call of Duty video. So in today's video we're taking a look at the Atomic Camo grind, more specifically the Gold Camo grind, because well, that's where it all starts to get to Atomic. We're going to be going over the guns that I already have gold on, as well as what I'm running on these guns as far as attachments, proficiencies, kits. And this is what I found to be the best for these classes. If you have anything different, or you're running different attachments on these classes that you think I should try out, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I'm always interested to see what other people are doing. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and leave this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you're notified every time I put up new content. So we're going to jump in, get after it, take a look at these guns. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and go over the class setups. So the only weapons that I've done so far are ARs and SMGs. I've messed around with the shotguns a little bit. I haven't touched the LMGs or the snipers. And I think I may or may not have messed around with a couple of the marksman rifles, but so far the only ones I have gold on are ARs and SMGs. The first AR is the STG-44. This thing is an absolute powerhouse. Hits hard, kills quick, does a significant amount of damage. So the attachments that we're running on our STG-44, for the barrel, we'll run the Scythe compensator, just because that gives you extra recoil control. And for people like me, recoil control is important. The ability that it gives you, having that extra little bit of control is definitely important. Optic on this one, we're running the slate reflector. In my opinion, it's the only optic worth running. All the other ones are kind of garbage in my opinion, but you can run whatever optic that fits your eye that you would prefer to use. For the stock, we'll run the VDD 34S weighted stock, just because that gives you more recoil control on your weapon. The underbarrel, we'll run the M1941 hand stop for the recoil control that it gives you. You'll see this on a lot of my ARs that I use. It's a pretty solid attachment. For the mag, we're running the 30 caliber Russian short rounds, the 30 round type. These are going to give you the most damage, and 30 rounds is significant. Like, I mean, there's better options out there as far as ammo capacity, but I mean 30 rounds definitely gets the job done. For the ammo type, we're running lengthen, just because it gives you that extra bullet velocity and increases your overall firepower. The rear grip, we're running that stipple grip for the recoil control that it gives you. For the proficiency, we're running vital. Now vital's an awesome proficiency because it increases your area for your crit hits. So you shooting them in the body, it gives you that bonus just like you're shooting them in the head. It's pretty overpowered actually, but I mean, as long as it's the way it is, I'm gonna run it. And for our kit, we're running fully loaded. Alright, the next gun we're going to talk about here is the Volk. I call it the Volk because I can't pronounce the actual gun's name because I'm not German. But the Volk, out of the ARs that I've done, is probably my least favorite. I mean, it's not terrible. It hits kind of hard, does a pretty decent amount of damage, but I mean, the overall gun itself, like, I don't like the feel of it. It's just my personal preference. I'm sure there's some people out here that'll disagree that like the gun. I personally don't. Attachments that I'm running on it, for the barrel, I'm running the F8 stabilizer, just because it gives you that extra bit of accuracy. For the barrel, I'm running the Krosnik 428 05V barrel for the accuracy and the control that it gives you. The optic, once again, we're running the slate reflector. Stock, we're running the Krosnik S12V PS stock, just for the recoil control. Underbarrel, we're running the M1941 hand stop. You'll see this attachment on most of my ARs, just because it's so solid. The mag, we're running the 30 caliber Russian short 45 round drums. In my opinion, this is the best alternative for ammo capacity for this gun. However, I gotta say, I don't really like the drum mags on this game, just for the fact that when you tack sprint and your weapon's up, The drum mag kind of sits right there in your line of sight and it's hard to see what's directly in front of you. But, I mean, make do with it and it's fairly decent. For the ammo type, we're running lengthened. The rear grip, we're running the stippled grip just for the initial accuracy and recoil control that it gives. That way your first couple shots aren't all over the place. For the proficiency on this one, we're running Perfectionist. The reason we're running Perfectionist is because it gives you that extra bonus with your recoil control. And then on this one we're also running fully loaded just so we start out with the max amount of ammo that we can have. Alright, the last AR that I have gold on is the Automaton. This thing is another absolute powerhouse. The fire rate's insane. It kills really quick. Alright, for the muzzle on this one we're running that recoil booster. The reason we run the recoil booster is because it increases the fire rate and makes it shoot even faster. The barrel, we're running the Anastasia Sniper for the accuracy and the controllability of it, and makes the recoil a little less. Optic, once again, you guessed it, the slate reflector. Stock, we're running the Empress Broadsword for the initial accuracy and recoil control that it gives. Underbarrel, we're running the 1941 hand stop. For the mag, we're running the 8mm Clouser 50 round mags. 8mm, we're running that because it gives you that extra damage and helps make this thing absolutely insane. Ammo type, lengthened again for the increased bullet velocity. Once again, that boosts your overall firepower of the weapon. For the rear grip, we're running the stippled grip. Once again, it's another attachment there that gives you initial accuracy and recoil control boost. Fairly important to have if you're somebody like me that has trouble controlling recoil. Alright, for the proficiency, we're running light grip just because that increases your accuracy and your recoil control some more. And the kit on this one, we're also running fully loaded just so we have the max amount of ammo to start. Alright, we're going to move on to the SMGs. So I've done the most of these. I have almost all of them done. I have 2 more left, one of which is just about complete. It's the one I've made the most progress on just because I like running around with an SMG. I've always leaned more toward an SMG kind of player, and I'll probably always continue to do that. The first SMG we're going to talk about is the absolute beast of all the SMGs, and that's the MP40. MP40 is a very solid SMG with a decent fire rate, and depending on how you build it, it can be anywhere from a 2 to 3 shot kill. So we'll jump in and talk about it, and I'll show you what I run on mine. Alright, for the muzzle, we'll run the recoil booster. That way we have that increase in fire rate. For the barrel, we'll run the Crossnick 317mm 04B barrel, just for the accuracy and controllability. Alright, the optic on this one's going to be a little different. So on this one, I'm running the Crossnick ISO 2M iron sights. I like the iron sights on this gun. You can use the stock iron sights if you so choose, but me personally, I just kind of like the look of this particular sight. That's why I run it. For the stock, we'll run the Crossnick 33M folding stock, just for the increase to your movement speed and your sprint to fire speed. That's pretty important running around as an SMG. Underbarrel, will run the Carver foregrip for the increased recoil control. Mag, will run the 8mm Kurz 32 round mag for the damage that you get with the 8mm rounds. Ammo type, we're running lengthened for the extra bullet velocity, which increases your overall firepower. Makes this thing like a 3, sometimes 4 shot kill. But you can also substitute that out for hollow point if you so choose. I've seen videos where people have done that, and it's actually made this weapon a 2 shot kill. Even if you, like when you shoot them in the legs, it's 2 shots, they're done. So, I mean, you can make that choice of which one you want to use. I prefer lengthen over hollow point just because I'm not running around aiming at people's legs, so I get more bang for my buck running lengthened. Rear grip, we'll run the stippled grip for the recoil control. For the proficiency, we're running brace. So brace gives you that initial accuracy and recoil control to help make your first shots not be so off the wall. And then for the kit, we're running quick, just because that increases your overall movement speed, and that's pretty important to have when you're running around with a submachine gun. Alright, the next gun we're going to talk about is the Type 100. Type 100 is also another very solid submachine gun. Fire rate's pretty quick, kills pretty fast, hits really hard. Alright, on this gun for the muzzle, we're running the F8 stabilizer, just for the accuracy and the increased damage range that you get with it. For the barrel, we're running the Shirashi precision barrel, just for the increased accuracy and optic. On this one, I'm running the slate reflector. The only reason I'm running an optic on this, because I don't particularly like the iron sights of this gun. So for the stock, we'll run the Warabachi skeletal stock. Underbarrel, we'll run the Carver foregrip for the recoil control. Mag, we'll run the 30 caliber Russian short 30 round mags for that damage that you get. Pretty much on all these guns, you want to run the mag that gives you the most amount of damage. Ammo type, once again, running length and bullet velocity. Rear grip on this one, we'll run the polymer grip for the accuracy and the recoil control bonus. Proficiency on this one, we're running vital. And the kit on this one, once again, we're running quick, just because we're an SMG and we need that movement speed. Alright, the next gun on the list, I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. It's the M1928, or the Tommy gun. It's a solid gun, hits hard, kills fast, but the recoil on this gun is absolutely hideous. Shooting at a distance, it's pretty terrible. Now up close and personal, like point blank kills, it doesn't really matter. But when you're going for like long shot kills and things like that, it's pretty ridiculous. So the build that I have here, from what I found for my personal preference, kind of gives you the best of both worlds. It's still very, very good up close, and it's not too bad at a distance. For the muzzle, we'll run the G28 compensator, just for that increased recoil control. You're going to see that for this gun, pretty much all of my attachments are for recoil control. For the barrel, we're running the CGC 12-inch cooling barrel for the accuracy and the controllability that it gives you. Optic on this one, we're running the slate reflector again. This is another gun that I don't particularly like the iron sights on. Alright, for the stock, we're running the Ragdoll T2 support stock for the accuracy and the recoil control. Underbarrel, we're running the 1941 hand stop for its recoil control and accuracy boost that it gives. The mag will run the 8mm Kurz 50 round drum. There's also a 100 round drum, but I think the 50 round drum is plenty. Plus the 100 round drum kind of gives you some penalties on your movement speed. So that's why I run the 50 round. Ammo type, we're running lengthened again for the increased bullet velocity. Now the proficiency on this one, we're actually running frenzied. So what frenzy does, it kind of gives you a health regeneration with each kill that you get, which is actually kind of solid. I like it. And for the kit, we're running quick, just for the increase in movement speed. We've pretty much made this build 100% recoil control and didn't really do anything to help our overall movement speed, so we run quick just to give you a little boost in your movement speed. Alright, the last SMG we're going to talk about is the Owen Gun. So this gun it's okay. I mean, the damage it does is great, kills fast, but for an SMG, the fire rate is super slow. If you can get around that, I mean, it's still a solid gun, but I personally just don't like how slow it fires. Alright, for the muzzle on this one, we'll run the recoil booster just to try to increase the fire rate, and it helps some, but I mean, it's still not perfect. For the barrel, we'll run the Hawkinson 305mm precision barrel, just for the accuracy and the controllability aspect that it gives you. Optic on this one, slate reflector again. Like I said, the reason I'm running optics on these SMGs as opposed to iron sights is just because I don't like the look of. I run it on the MP40 just because MP40's got really clean, solid iron sights. It almost kind of puts you in mind of the Modern Warfare MP5. Like, I really like those iron sights. For the stock, we'll run the Gowan H4 folding stock for the recoil control and accuracy. Underbarrel on this one, we'll run the 1941 hand stop for its recoil control and accuracy boost it gives you. For the mag, we'll run the 8mm Kurz 60 round drum. The damage you get from the 8mm rounds is awesome, but once again, I'm not a big fan of the drum mags in this game because they kind of obscure your line of sight when you're attack sprinting. Ammo type, lengthened again for that bullet velocity. Stippled grip on the rear grip for the recoil control. Proficiency on this one, we're running brace because it gives you that initial accuracy and recoil control, which is kind of important. And the kit for this one, we're running quick. That gives you that movement speed that you need. So we're going to jump in, take a look at some gameplays. Let me know what you think. If you guys are running something different on your builds, have something that works really well, let me know in the comments below. That way I can check them out and see. I'm really interested to see what you guys have come up with.
Bitches on my penis. Boy, what block you from? Let us know so we can spin it. Made Chicago legend shit. That was just about business. Okay, I get it.
Let's try. What the fuck is up with that?
What is that? Okay, I did some coffee. God damn. Damn, I just shot 60 bullets and missed all 60 of them shit. You fucking man.
Good.
Watch the down! Baker!
Oh my God!
Shitballs. Shotguns. Oh, fucking dog.
Yeah, bitch.
Oh, I hate retards. These builds very good for hip fires. Come on, bitches. Come on, bitch.
infiltrating.
I believe I can fly.
Overrun.
Gotcha. Can somebody not get over there and kill that piece of shit? Fucking idiot. Bring the fucking head here. Big bunch of fucktards. Just jump on too. Stupid dog.
Ready to practice. Fury kill. Losing objective able.
Holy shit! Holy shit! I'd really love to know how these goddamn spawns work.